CDL Practice Test, Florida, Combination Vehicles, Part 1. Question number 1. You are driving a combination vehicle when the trailer breaks away, pulling apart both air lines. You would expect the trailer brakes to come on and A. The tractor to lose all air pressure, B. The tractor protection valve to close, C. The trailer supply valve to stay open. The correct answer is here, B. The tractor protection valve to close. Explanation. The tractor protection valve keeps air in the tractor if the trailer breaks away or develops a bad leak. If air pressure drops too low in the service line, the tractor protection valve will close. This stops air from escaping from the tractor and lets air out of the trailer emergency line, causing the trailer emergency brakes to come on. Question number 2. How long does it take a typical tractor trailer to clear a single railroad track or double track? A. It takes 7 seconds to clear a single track and more than 10 seconds to clear a double track. B. It takes 10 seconds to clear a single track and more than 12 seconds to clear a double track. C. It takes 14 seconds to clear a single track and more than 15 seconds to clear a double track. The correct answer is here, C. It takes 14 seconds to clear a single track and more than 15 seconds to clear a double track. Explanation. It takes a typical tractor trailer unit at least 14 seconds to clear a single track and more than 15 seconds to clear a double track. Question number 3. What do converter dollies and trailers built before 1975 have that new trailers don't? A. Foot brakes, B. Trailer air tanks, C. Spring brakes, D. Emergency brakes. The correct answer is here, D. Emergency brakes. Explanation. Converter dollies and trailers built before 1975 are not required to have spring brakes like newer trailers. They have emergency brakes instead. Question number 4. The air leakage rate for a combination vehicle, engine off, brakes off, should be no more than C per minute. A. 1, B. 2, C. 4, D. 3. The correct answer is here, D. 3. Explanation. The air loss rate should be less than 2C in 1 minute for single vehicles and less than 3C in 1 minute for combination vehicles when no brakes are engaged. Question number 5. If the trailer has anti-lock brakes, ABS, but the tractor doesn't, A. It doesn't make it more or less likely that the trailer will swing out, B. The trailer is more likely to swing out, C. The trailer is still less likely to swing out. The correct answer is here, C. The trailer is still less likely to swing out. Explanation. Even if only the trailer has ABS, there is less chance that its wheels will lock and it will swing out, though it can still happen. If it does, let up on the brakes until you regain control. Question number 6. What causes the crack the whip effect? A. Driving too fast at turns and curves, B. Changing lanes too quickly and suddenly, C. None of these. The crack the whip effect does not occur in combination vehicles, D. Rearward amplification. The correct answers here. D. Rearward amplification. Explanation. When a truck has one or more trailers attached to it, the crack the whip effect occurs due to rearward amplification. The more trailers there are, the more likely the rear trailer will turn over. Question number 7. To unlock the fifth wheel, pull the release handle to the position A. Closed, B. Open, C. Neutral. The correct answers here. B. Open. Explanation. When uncoupling, unlock the fifth wheel by raising the release handle lock and pulling the release handle to the open position. When you do this, keep your legs and feet well clear of the tractor's rear wheels in case the vehicle moves. Question number 8. Which statement best illustrates the crack the whip effect? A. When you make a quick lane change or sudden movement of your steering wheel, the tractor tends to rock and sway. The velocity of the rearmost trailer forces the tractor to roll over before the trailer. B. Your trailer is half full, and the cargo is loaded in the front of the trailer. When you make a sudden movement of your steering wheel, cargo will tend to forcefully slide to the back of the trailer, forcing the trailer to roll over. C. When you make a quick lane change or sudden movement of your steering wheel, the rear trailer tends to swing out. The force of the rear trailer becomes amplified, causing it to roll over. The correct answers here. C. When you make a quick lane change or sudden movement of your steering wheel, the rear trailer tends to swing out. The force of the rear trailer becomes amplified, causing it to roll over. Explanation. A sudden maneuver by the tractor may cause the rearmost, last, trailer to swing violently and possibly roll over. This is known as the crack the whip effect. It is caused by rearward amplification. The farther a trailer is from the tractor, the more likely it is to start swinging dangerously out of control. Question number 9. What might happen if the trailer is too high? When you try to couple, the trailer may start rolling. A. You will not be able to connect the air lines. B. You will not be able to connect the electrical cord. C. The trailer may not couple correctly. The correct answers here. C. The trailer may not couple correctly. Explanation. The trailer should be low enough that it is raised slightly by the tractor when the tractor is backed under it. Raise or lower the trailer as needed. If the trailer is too low, the tractor may strike and damage the trailer nose. If the trailer is too high, it may not couple correctly. Question number 10. What is the safest way for you to make a turn without entering another traffic lane? A. If you must cross into the oncoming lane to make a turn and you see vehicles coming toward you, stop and back up for them. B. You should turn wide before you start the turn. C. You should turn wide as you complete the turn. The correct answers here. C. You should turn wide as you complete the turn. Explanation. To turn right, you must turn wide to help prevent the rear end from overrunning the curb. However, if you start the right turn by swinging wide to the left, another driver may try to pass you on your right while you are turning, which can lead to a collision. Instead, start the right turn with the rear of your vehicle as close to the curb as possible and then turn wide as you complete the turn. This will deny drivers room on the right to try to pass you. Question number 11. The fifth wheel locking lever is not locked after the jaws close around the kingpin. This means that A. The trailer will not swivel on the fifth wheel. B. The parking lock is off and you may drive away. C. The coupling is not right and should be fixed before you drive the coupled unit. The correct answer is here, C. The coupling is not right and should be fixed before you drive the coupled unit. Explanation. Don't drive the vehicle until you're sure that the coupling is correct. Check to make sure of the following. There is no space between the upper and lower fifth wheel. The fifth wheel jaws have closed around the shank of the kingpin. The locking lever is in the lock position, and the safety latch is in position over the locking lever. If anything isn't right, don't drive the vehicle until you've found and corrected the problem. If you drive it anyway, your trailer could come loose while you're driving. Question number 12. When you drive a set of doubles, which shut-off valve must be closed in the last trailer? A. Back. B. Middle section. C. Front. The correct answer is here, A. Back. Explanation. The shut-off valve should be closed only at the rear of the last trailer so that air will flow to the brakes of all trailers but no farther. Question number 13. The following steps describe the testing order for which part of the combination vehicle? Check for normal air pressure range. Let go of the parking brakes. Move your vehicle forward slowly. Use hand control to use trailer brakes. A. Tractor protection valve. B. Trailer emergency brakes. C. Airflow through trailers. D. Trailer service brakes. The correct answer is here, D. Trailer service brakes. Explanation. The steps listed are used to test the service brakes. Question number 14. You should not back a tractor under a trailer until the whole air system is A. bled down to half the maximum pressure. B. Between 60 and 80 C. C. At normal pressure. The correct answer is here, C. At normal pressure. Explanation. Before backing under a trailer while coupling, make sure that the air pressure is at normal levels to ensure you'll be able to brake safely. Question number 15. What is the purpose of the service line? A. The service line connects the trailers to the truck tractor. B. The service line controls foot brakes or trailer handbrake. C. The service line supplies air to air tanks. D. The service line is controlled by the foot brake or trailer handbrake and it carries air. The correct answer is here, D. The service line is controlled by the foot brake or trailer handbrake and it carries air. Explanation. The service line, which is controlled by the foot brake or trailer handbrake, is used to carry air to the relay. The relay then applies more or less pressure to the trailer brakes. Question number 16. To apply more or less pressure to the trailer brakes, which of the following does the service line connect to? A. Foot brakes. B. Tractor protection valve. C. Emergency service line. D. Relay valves. The correct answer is here, D. Relay valves. Explanation. The service line connects to the relay valves to give more pressure to trailer brakes. Question number 17. A trailer is most likely to jackknife when it is A. Empty. B. Loaded to full capacity. C. Overloaded. The correct answers here. A. Empty. Explanation. The weight of a full load adds traction. An empty or lightly loaded trailer is more likely to jackknife than a fully loaded one. Question number 18. To drive a triple combination vehicle, you must have A. A class A CDL, B. A doubles triples, T. Endorsement on your CDL, C. A class A CDL with a doubles triples, T. Endorsement. The correct answers here. C. A class A CDL with a doubles triples, T. Endorsement. Explanation. To legally pull a trailer whose gross vehicle weight rating, GVWR, exceeds 10,000 pounds, you'll have to obtain a class A CDL. To pull triples, you'll also have to obtain a doubles triples, T. Endorsement on your CDL. Note, if you don't also pass a knowledge test on air brakes, your CDL will include a restriction limiting you to driving only vehicles without air brakes. Question number 19. As part of your vehicle inspection test, if your vehicle is equipped with air brakes and has a trailer, you'll inspect the air connections between the truck or tractor and the trailer. Make sure that they are locked in place and free of damage or air leaks. A. Lug nuts. B. Pins. C. Glad hands. The correct answers here. C. Glad hands. Explanation. As part of your vehicle inspection test, if your vehicle is equipped with air brakes and has a trailer, you'll inspect the air connections between the truck or tractor and the trailer. These connections are made with hose couplers, commonly called glad hands because they vaguely resemble shaking hands. These glad hands have rubber seals to form a tight connection and prevent air from escaping. Make sure that the glad hands are locked in place and free of damage or air leaks. Question number 20. If you do not do the final air brake check for air leaks and fix them before driving, A. Your fuel usage will increase. B. Tire pressure will drop. C. You could lose your brakes while driving. The correct answers here. C. You could lose your brakes while driving. Explanation. On a combination vehicle, the brakes on the tractor and all trailers must work properly. If your combination vehicle is equipped with air brakes, check that air flows to all trailers and test both the trailer service brakes and the trailer emergency brakes. Question number 22. If you have coupled with a semi-trailer, where should you put the front trailer supports before driving away? A. Raised halfway with the crank handle secured in its bracket. B. Raised 3/4 of the way with the crank handle removed. C. Fully raised with the crank handle secured in its bracket. The correct answers here. C. Fully raised with the crank handle secured in its bracket. Explanation. Once you've coupled, raise the landing gear all the way up. If it were only partially raised, it could catch on something, such as the railroad tracks on a raised railroad crossing. Question number 23. What does the trailer hand valve do? A. It is the valve used to activate the parking brakes. B. It is the valve that should be activated during driving. C. It is used in place of the foot brakes in emergencies. D. It tests the trailer brakes. The correct answer's here. D. It tests the trailer brakes. Explanation. The trailer hand valve is used to work the brakes on a trailer. It should not be used while driving as it can cause the trailer to skid. Question number 24. If your vehicle gets stuck on a railroad track, you should A. Get away from your vehicle and call 911 or the posted emergency number. B. Radio in for assistance. C. Honk your horn loudly and call 911 or the posted emergency number. The correct answer's here. A. Get away from your vehicle and call 911 or the posted emergency number. Explanation. A train traveling at 60 miles per hour can take more than a mile to come to a complete stop. If your vehicle gets stuck on a railroad track, don't spend any time trying to free your vehicle. Get out of your vehicle and walk quickly at about a 45-degree angle to the tracks in the direction from which you expect trains to approach. That way, if your vehicle is hit, you won't be struck by flying debris. Call 911 or the telephone number on the railroad crossing sign for assistance. Question number 25. The iron trailer supports are up, and the trailer is resting on the track to make sure that A. The safety latch is in the unlocked position. B. There is enough clearance between the upper and lower fifth wheel. C. There is enough clearance between the tractor frame and the landing gear. The correct answer's here. C. There is enough clearance between the tractor frame and the landing gear. Explanation. After you've coupled the trailer and fully raised the landing gear, check that there is enough clearance between the rear of the tractor frame and the landing gear so they won't make contact even on sharp turns.